This character sits inside all 14 of these. A root, the horizon. Extremely, ruthless, to retreat, hatred. The textbooks call this component a sound-only marker, carrying no meaning, so you memorize these characters one by one. But it does have a meaning. Means the boundary, the outermost of a thing. By the end of this video, you will be able to derive the meaning of all 14 characters. And you will also see how the character for extremely is built on exactly the same logic as the English word extremely, and the underlying emotion behind resentment, hatred, and regret from the lens of the Chinese language. Let's start with the plainest face of the boundary, the outermost of a thing. The first one, a root, the tree plus the boundary, the outermost of a tree, its root. 根本 also means root, the tree, with a mark at its base. Two words for root, side by side. That is a common way Chinese builds compound words. Put two near synonyms together, and the compound keeps the sense they share. 根本 means fundamental. 根基 does it again. Root plus foundation, which means foundation. 根 the heel. The foot plus the boundary. The outermost of the foot, the heel. You may wonder, the outermost of a foot could just as well have been its toes, and the outermost of a tree could have been its branches. Tends to be the supporting end of something. The root holds the tree up and the heel holds the foot up. To illustrate why requires explaining a deeper mechanism, and that will be covered in a later video. 跟随 the heel, plus 随 to follow. To follow at someone's heels, the modern way to say to follow. 龈 the gums, the teeth plus the boundary, the outermost of the teeth, the rim of flesh they are set in, the gums. 牙龈 tooth plus gums, the modern word for the gums. 龈 earth plus the boundary, the outermost of the land, the horizon. 无垠 without a horizon, no edge in sight, boundless. 眼 the eye pictogram plus the boundary, the outermost of the eye frame. The ancient name for the eye was mu. Yan is its modern name, referring to the eye by its outline. Another modern name for the eye is 眼睛 by describing the two components of the eye. Yan is the outline. 睛 is what sits at its center. 睛 is the eye pictogram plus 睛, the concentrated essence. The essence of the eye, the pupil. And the ancient mu draws the same shape, a frame, with the pupil inside. Mu draws it. 眼睛 describes it. Reaching the boundary is going to the extreme. 很 extremely or very. To walk plus the boundary. Walk all the way to the boundary. You have gone to the extreme. That is 很 extremely very. 很好 extremely good, very good. 很大 very big. 很快 very fast. There is a beautiful parallel in Latin and English. Latin extremus means outermost. Extremus digitus means the fingertip, the outermost of the finger, the finger's boundary. That is a similar logic to the outermost of the foot's boundary, the heel. And extremus gave English extreme, and from extreme, extremely. Two languages took the same path. Reaching the boundary is going to the extreme. Sen, ruthless. Beast plus the boundary. A beast at the extreme, beastliness in its most extreme form, is ruthless. 凶狠 fierce plus ruthless, vicious. 狠心 ruthless plus heart, hard-hearted. What is a boundary? It is the place where something can go no further, where it gets stopped. Now, 限 a limit or to restrict. A mound plus blocked at the boundary. A mound as the blocking boundary. A limit, 限制 limit plus restrain to restrict. 限速 limit and speed, a speed limit. Then 退 to retreat or regress. Movement plus blocked at the boundary. Move after blocked by the boundary. Move back, regress. 退步 regress plus step to regress, to fall behind. Now the regress character 退 can itself become a building block. Clothing plus 退 regress. Clothing regressing from its full state, its color loses intensity and fades. It is read as tui se, fade plus color, to fade, to lose color. But tui can also be figurative, just as fade is in English. 热情褪去, passion fades. In this use, the clothing domain drops out, but the regression sense remains. Something moves back from a fuller state. Yan, difficult. Great plus blocked at the boundary. A great obstacle blocks the way. Difficult. Tian nan, two words for difficult side by side. Difficult.
艰辛
Difficult plus bitter, hardship. And finally, hen. English has no single word for it. The best gloss is can't get over it. The heart plus blocked at the boundary. The heart cannot move past something, can't get over it. Hen does not name one exact emotion. It is any emotion where the heart gets stuck. A modifier tells us which emotion keeps it stuck.
憎恨
Loathing you cannot get over, hatred.
怨恨
A grievance you cannot get over, resentment. 仇恨 An enemy or feud you cannot get over, hatred or enmity.
悔恨
A regret you cannot get over, remorse. This understanding of hen makes it immediately clear why Chinese uses certain verbs to describe the resolution of the hen motion.
解恨
Cut open the blockage and find relief.
泄恨
Drain out what was blocked in the heart to vent it. Different emotions, one mechanism. The heart cannot get over it. A boundary can also be pushed outward. Ken, a beast, a boundary, and earth. The beast acts on the edge of the land, digging it, pushing its boundary outward to break new ground.
开垦
Open plus break new ground, cultivate new land. 垦荒 break new ground plus uncultivated land, cultivate new land. 垦 works similarly. A beast, a boundary, and heart. The beast pushes at the heart's boundary, extending it outward. To extend one's heart is to be sincere, earnest. 诚恳 genuine plus sincere, genuinely sincere. 恳切 earnest plus deep, deeply earnest. And there you have it. 14 characters deriving their meaning from the concept of the boundary, from the outermost of a thing to reaching the boundary, to being blocked at the boundary, and to pushing the boundary out. Learning Chinese characters this way not only helps you learn more than a dozen characters in a single batch, it also helps you understand the underlying logic of the Chinese language. If this video was helpful to you, please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. See you in the next one.